So one of the things that came to my mind when you were talking about focusing the labor and getting pigs on teats is you mentioned with good gestation feeding and good body condition scoring, we get, typically more pigs than what we do teats. So when we talk about colostrum, how are you managing that when you have those litters of 20 and a sow with 16 teats? What's the process we should be thinking about?
Yeah, so again, it goes back to no matter if we have a born alive of 14 or whether we have a born alive of 18 to 19, especially dealing with some Danish genetics from my past. Again, it's the same basics, getting those pigs warm, getting those pigs on teats, and keeping the mother comfortable. As far as how to do that, that might change with different systems. In our system and many others, we will mark the first 5 to 6 pigs that are born. So we know that those are the first pigs, obviously, in the birth order that are in there. So they stand the greatest chance of getting colostrum. And as we're working the room, once we hit that 14th pig, that's when the decision comes into, something like split suckling, where we'll take those 5 to 6 pigs. Again, we've assumed that they've gotten colostrum because we can't sit there. We're busy. We have anywhere from 12 to 17 litters that we've got to attend to. But we'll separate those litters for 90 minutes, giving those other pigs a chance to get on teats. And I can tell you there's nothing, I've seen it. I try to look at it every day when we teach that, when we take those teaching moments, when you can take that litter of 19, 20 pigs and you've split suckled and you've gotten everybody on a teat, that's a recipe for success. We know now that that's a pre-wean mortality that's going to hit our benchmarks, and those are going to be high quality pigs. So to answer your question, those large litters, what we're seeing, we'll use split suckling, and we might do that for 2 to 3 days, especially on smaller pigs, where we do that to keep those pigs on teats. And again, it all comes down to also the labor allocation around that. We know intimately, somebody like me, I can get around to about 10 to 12 litters in an hour. The high-end people who we have working for us can get into that 16 to 17 litters per hour. Really moving. We're trying to be as efficient as possible there. And actually, we're looking at technology now that could potentially help us monitor that whole process, because we're still writing on cards like I did when I first started in farrowing way back when. But is there a better way to use that? Is there applications out there that can help us monitor our behaviors around what we do in farrowing? And I tend to think so. So we can wean more. Because I think what happened was, especially back in the early, 2000 teens, as we saw that total born increasing, taking PED aside, we didn't really capture those pigs, and I think we said, we got to get better at this. We can't just see total born going up by 4 pigs and us weaning the same. We got to get better at this. So technologies, labor allocation, and better use of our management time and how we manage that has gotten us results.